Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to do a pro review. If you've already signed up for our site and you've been verified through us as a pro reviewer, then you can simply log in. The first step you can do is you can go to Pro Reviewer. Now here's just an example of what the scripts would look like. These are not actual scripts on our site at the moment. Okay, so when you come into Pro Reviewer, you can see these are the scripts up for pro review. The first thing you can do is you can look for one that you'd be interested in reviewing. We actually prefer that pro reviewers look for a script they'd be interested in because we know that if you like the genre or type or you think that the logline is interesting, there's a better chance that you're going to review the script well. You're going to be able to give better notes. You're going to be able to recommend it if you think it's ready. So we'd actually prefer that you look for scripts that you would actually be interested in reading. So the first thing that you can do if you want to browse is you can actually come up here and look for a specific type of script. If you want to review a pilot or a feature, you can click on pilot and you'll see those are all the pilots right now, or you can come in and look for features as well. You can also filter by genre. If you're looking for a specific genre, like let's say you want to review dramas, here's the dramas that are up for review right now. Or let's say comedy. You can also select by review type. There are 3 different types of reviews that a writer can pay for. There's an evaluation. This is just a very basic review. This is when a writer just wants to kind of know where their script is at. There's the in-depth review. This is when a writer is asking you to actually take a little more time, give them valuable notes, let them know what they need to fix in the specific categories. For in-depth, we ask that you actually leave notes on the page, and there's also a minimum word count. The third option is elite. Not all reviewers will have access to elite reviews. This type of review is only available for specific reviewers who have a history of giving knowledgeable reviews or have been on our site for a while giving high quality feedback to our members. As you can see, elite reviews are much higher in price. So when you come into this section, you can see that you have all of these scripts are available for you to select as a pro review. So as you go through and browse, you can see what's required of you if you select review. It'll tell you how long the script is. If you select start review, this means that you are now obligated to finish this review within the turnaround time. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what it looks like to actually review a script. So we're going to come down here to this one. We're going to select the review. I can see, okay, it's a 30-minute pilot. This is what's required of me, just some brief notes. And then it's got a 750 word minimum. And I'll have 5 days to complete this. Now, as you can also see, it does not require that I leave notes on the page with the evaluation. But I'm going to do that just to show you what it looks like. Okay, so now we can get started with showing you how to use notes. The first thing I can do is a sticky note. Okay, so you can save the note, and then that note will actually show up on the sidebar for the writer right here. As you can see, the note is still active, so every time you click on the script, it'll do another note. You can also, if you do this on accident, select delete. Now let's say you want to highlight some text. Let's save that right there. And then you can also say, I think we should just cut this. So that's strike through. Okay, so you can do that throughout the entire script. As I said, this is the evaluation, so it's not required, but I can read through the entire script right here and I can leave those notes directly on the page. Okay, so let's say I've just finished reading the script and now I'm going to leave feedback. So I select this right here. Okay, so now as you can see in this bottom right hand corner, this is going to show you your minimum word count on this specific review. So for this review, I need to hit 750 words. And as you can see, I have 6 categories that I can fill notes in. So let's start with premise. Okay, so if the writer has their strengths and weaknesses enabled, then right here you would rate each section. So you would look at this and say, okay, this is the premise. Do I think this is weak, average, or strong? I'm going to label this one as strong. And then select next. I can also progress to the next page here as well. Okay, so now let's say at this point you have other work you need to do and you need to come back and finish your review later. Just make sure that you select save. If you select save, then you can go away from it and you can come back to it right here with the PR console. As you can see, this is the script that I'm currently reviewing. This is how much I'm going to make on it. And this is how many days left I have. So I can select continue review. I'll have to click back here and leave feedback. And you can see, okay, I'm back on premise. Let's see, I was working on character. Let's move on to dialogue. You don't have to fill out everything. You are required to fill out the overall section. Okay, so now as you can see, I finished the notes. I have hit my word count right here. Now at this point, I can rate the overall script and I can rate the writer as well. So I select this. I can recommend the script. I can let industry pros know that they should consider, or they should consider with a rewrite. So that is probably the one that I would select for this script. For the writer, I think it would be consider writer. Then, once I have filled out all of the sections, I've selected my recommendations for the script and the writer. Now I'm going to send the feedback to the author. As soon as I do this, Writer Spotlight will be notified that I've finished a pro review, and they will go through the next step to pay me for that pro review. So as you can see, I submitted the review to the writer. If at any point I need to fix or rewrite some of my feedback, I can do that. I can resend it to the author, and they will be notified that there's new updated notes on their script. Now, once I've done this, you'll see that I can come to my PR console, and the total money that has been owed has gone up because now I am owed this as well. And you can see these are the scripts that I have not been paid for, while the ones below that are in green I have been paid for. Okay, so I went away, I come back, and now you'll see that they have paid me for my script reviews, and now I can see my total money that I've earned. And right now I'm not owed anything. And once I'm not currently reviewing anything, I can pick up the next script and start reviewing that one. And that's how you use Pro Reviewer.